let's make some Easter crafts. For this one, I had this bowling set that we didn't want anymore. It was made out of wood, so there was no way I was going to throw it away. I figured I could do some sort of craft with it, and if nothing else, use the pins for table legs. I did want to show you here that you can find these online. I found a few different ones. You could just price check around. These here were currently unavailable, but they were offered by that factory direct craft supply store. So those might go back in stock. I remember seeing that those were the better deal. I think it was $17 for that set. I gave one of the bowling pins a light sanding. I have these wooden spoons here. I have crafted with them before, and I had some of the handles for the spoons without the ends, and so I thought they were a good shape for some ears. I have this generic Dremel tool here I got from Harbor Freight, and I'm going to make some holes to put the rabbit's ears in. And I used wood glue to attach those. I thought about not making a face at all and having it be just very plain, but I decided to give it a very simple face, and I just sort of freehanded a face here. I sort of wish I would have drawn it out with pencil first, because it wasn't perfectly, in the right place. The eyes weren't, but it turned out okay. I gave him a coat of antique wax, and now I'm making a tail by just taking some pieces of twine, folding them in half, and gluing them to a half round bead. At first it was way too poofy, so I gave it a trim and fluffed it up a little bit. He's definitely rustic and a little bit primitive, but I really like it. This is just a quick reminder that if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. That way you don't miss any future videos. For this one, I have this egg sign from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to try to remove most of this lettering on here. I also have one of these plastic tiles from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just looking to center it up because I'm going to open this up here in the middle, cutting that with some scissors, and then gonna glue that to this egg sign. I was out of felt fabric, but I am going to go back later and cover the back of that in some brown felt. I have this piece of scrapbook paper, and I'm going to attach it here. I'm using the iron method. Once the Mod Podge was dry to the touch, I used some parchment paper and then heated it up to reactivate that Mod Podge. I got this rabbit image from my good friend Kathy Jo. She sent this to me. It's on rice paper, so it's good for decoupaging. But I just wanted to show you here that this is one of the websites I go to. Along with the Graphics Fairy, I also go to this pixabay.com. And for instance, I just searched Easter Bunny, and you can see that there are quite a few AI generated images, which is what I think this image here on this rice paper is. It looks to be AI generated. You can also search online for rabbit or Easter, decoupage paper or rice paper and purchase some. I know I've seen some pretty ones on Amazon. I did go over that with some more Mod Podge to seal it in. And then I used Titebond multi-surface glue to attach the tile to the egg. And then I cut away the excess with my X-Acto knife. I have these half bead stickers here. And I don't show this, but I do use some Aleene's tacky glue to secure these down. I painted them with ivory chalk paint just like I did the rest of the tile. You can see there where there's the space in between the half beads and the tile, and so I just painted that space there so it looked nice and uniform. I do apologize, my voice isn't 100% back to normal. This, the sickness that I had a few weeks ago left me with a lingering cough, and it's just not 100% gone. I used some Spanish moss and some dried roses. These might be those wooden roses, I'm not sure. I don't think that they're real dried roses. I think they're either wooden or they're a foam material to make them look like wood.
I packed up all my troubles, I'm all through blowing bubbles, like a bird that's on the wing, I'm winging home. All the friends I've made were cold ones, I want to see the old ones, like a bird that's on.
You can skip this step, but I did distress using some antique wax.
On the wing, I'm winging home. It's been so cloudy, but I got wide. I'm saying howdy, the sun is down among those four-leaf clovers, it's nesting time for rovers, like a bird that's on the wing, I'm winging home.
I have this frame from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to give it a coat of truffle chalk paint. Then I'll go over that with some gold leaf rub and buff. This will be a free printable in the description box if you're interested. Okay, how do I explain this one? This is a vintage image of a rabbit sketch. And from the looks of it and how fancy the frame looks, you expect it to be a poem or something to that effect about a rabbit. But it's the first refrain of Rapper's Delight, the song. I just thought it would be kind of funny and a little unexpected. So that will be in the description box if you're interested in that. I just used a glue tape runner to attach this in here, and that's it for this one. I have one of these peat pots, and I'm going to use this sponge brush here. I wanted it to be just a very light coating and just to touch the raised details on this little peat pot. I have these corn husks here, and I was glad to have thought of something else to do with them because I've used them on some crafts and I still have a lot. When you buy a pack, you get a lot of corn husks in a pack. I'm going to give them a pretty good coat of English ivy green on the front and backs of these. I have this little foam egg out of a pack from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to paint it with pure gold acrylic paint. Once the corn husks dried, I thought I was going to use this little cardboard round here, but I ended up not needing it, so just ignore that little round. But you can see here, once I roll this corn husk, once I paint it green and roll it up together, it resembles cabbage. I do go back and touch up the paint where you can see some spots that I missed, and I did go over just the very tips of it with some antique wax as well. I turned this little peat pot into a basket by just punching some holes and using some of this berry garland from the Dollar Tree to make a handle. I felt like it needed just a little something else, and so I trimmed out the little peat pot with some reindeer moss from the Dollar Tree. I just love this little piece. It would look great on a tiered tray, or you could make a larger version of it because you can find all sorts of sizes of those peat pots. Well, that's it for this one. I'm so glad to be getting into spring and Easter crafting. There's more to come, so check back again next week. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. See you in the next one.